Welcome to today's financial news update from quantbyte.io. The dollar index rose by 0.27% due to increased optimism about a potential trade deal with China. This sentiment boost was tempered by strong stock market gains, which reduced demand for the dollar as investors took profits from riskier assets. Natural gas prices have recovered from a 3-week low, closing up by 0.39% due to updated weather forecasts indicating colder temperatures towards the end of the month. This led to short covering in natural gas futures, causing prices to settle slightly higher. Soybean prices have been relatively stable, with November contracts trading down 1/4 cent, while other contracts have seen increases of 1 to 2 cents. The national average cash bean price has also risen by 1/4 cent to $9.31 1/4 per bushel. Meanwhile, soy meal futures are down $1.20 per ton, but soy oil prices have increased by 65 points. Sugar prices have fallen significantly, with the March New York World Sugar Price dropping 2.8% and the December London ICE white sugar price declining by 0.8%. The slump marks a new 3-week low for New York sugar and a 4-year low for London sugar. Cocoa futures markets have shown mixed results, with New York prices declining by 0.62% and reaching a 20-month low. In contrast, London prices have increased by 0.31%, marking their highest level in over 20 months. Overall, the decline in cocoa prices extends its 2-month-long trend. U.S. stock market indices show a positive trend, with the S&P 500 rising 1.18%, the Dow Jones Industrials increasing by 0.97% and the Nasdaq 100 growing 1.52%. Major U.S. stock indices are experiencing a positive trend, with the S&P 500 index rising by 1.22%, the Dow Jones Industrials Index increasing by 0.91%, the Nasdaq 100 Index up 1.67%. December E-mini S&P futures also up 1.22%. Sugar prices continued to decline, with New York sugar dropping by 3.04% and London white sugar falling by 1.42%. The losses marked a new 3-week low for New York sugar and a 4.25-year low for London sugar's nearest futures price. Cocoa futures closed mixed on Monday, with New York prices dropping -26.44% to reach a 20-month low, while London prices rose +0.56%. This extends the decline in prices for at least 2 months. The U.S. dollar index, DXY00, has risen by 0.32%. This gain follows signals from the Trump administration indicating a willingness to pursue a trade deal with China, easing trade tensions and boosting stock prices. However, the sharp rebound in stocks is limiting demand for dollars. Coffee prices surged on Monday, with December Arabica coffee rising by 3.26% and November ICE Robusta coffee increasing by 1.79%. The price hike was driven by reports of excessive dry conditions in Brazil's main coffee-growing region, raising concerns about crop yields. Corn futures are declining by 1 to 2.5 cents midday, with most contracts under pressure. The national average cash corn price has dropped 2.5 cents to $3.68 1/4. Coffee prices surged due to drought concerns in Brazil's main growing region. Arabica coffee futures up 2.91% and Robusta coffee futures up 2.59%, following reports of excessive dry conditions in Minas Gerais, the largest Arabica producing area in Brazil. Crude oil and gasoline prices have rebounded significantly, with November WTI crude oil rising by 1.63% and November RBOB gasoline up by 1.6%. This sharp increase follows last week's decline, as the Trump administration expressed willingness to negotiate a trade deal with China, boosting market optimism. Cotton futures are experiencing mixed trading activity, with December contracts showing a slight increase, while others decline. However, December's price remains 146 points lower than last week. The U.S. dollar index has strengthened to $98.965, up $0.233 on the session. Additionally, crude oil prices have increased by $0.76 per barrel. President Trump announced a significant development on Friday, which could impact market trends and future trading activity. Stay informed with quantbyte.io for the latest financial news.